Yo, this is WSoul13 bringing you Raid Shadow Legends, and we're doing another 10x right before the fusion event. Should you pull? I don't know. Let's take a look. So, let's take a quick look at the shards I have available. Alright, so I have a lot, and I think I'm good for the next fusion event for sure. You're probably looking at around 2 to 3,000 points for this one, since it's a regular fusion event. So you're gonna have to bring up rares and all that stuff. With the advent of the stage 20 potion keeps, I feel like it's not that important to farm the potions anymore, but you still need to check your stash. But I think farming it has definitely lost some of its urgency. So check this out. 10x means everything stays the same, except you have a 10 times higher chance of pulling these champs right here if you do pull them. Right. So, as you all know, if you're an F2P or low spender, legendaries you shouldn't even look at. Alright. So let's get Golden Reaper out of the way. She's the Void Epic. These are all going to be turn meter boosters, but not necessarily why you would pull for them. I'll explain right now. So, Golden Reaper is a speed booster with decreased attack on her. In my opinion, she's not worth it. So save your Void Shards, please. Why? Haikatun is basically better than her in almost all cases, except the decreased attack part. Yeah? And the decreased attack is not strong enough to be your primary decrease attack. She could be your secondary decrease attack in a well-tuned clan boss team. But at the same time, I think Haikatun is better. 30-day login, speed aura, decreased speed, and more turn meter, decreased turn meter AoE. It's really good. So let's take a quick look at the three Ancient Shard and Sacred Shard epics. Sachi. So I haven't seen this one yet. Okay. Decrease accuracy. Alright. One enemy, 75% chance of decreased crit rate, and leech. It can go down to 2 turns cooldown. Okay, leech is a very good ability to have. And then we're having increased attack and turn meter 20%. Okay, 20% is great. But you need to score a critical hit on the move. And then what is this one? Revives a random ally with 30% HP whenever this champion kills an enemy. It's a lot like Ryan Beast. If you haven't seen my Skinwalkers video, you should take a look at how I use Ryan Beast to finish Skinwalkers Faction Wars 21 without Steel Skull. And this revive mechanic is honestly extremely hard to pull off in Faction Wars. I mean, it can be possible. You can build your team around pulling this off, but it's definitely not easy. Whenever an ally is revived. Okay. So, the A1 is an AoE A1 with decreased accuracy. So that's actually pretty good, honestly. Very good, kind of like support champ for Shadowkin. I'm not sure yet how big a deal that is, but so let's go to Old Hermit Yorg first, because you already know what I think about Deacon. Old Hermit Yorg, alright, HP burn on his A1, increase attack and turn meter on the A2, but this is really why you're getting him, because he is a reviver for Orc. 2 random allies, 60% of their HP, turn meter up 40%, and perfect bail on them both. It's a very strong revive for Orcs. If you're having trouble finishing Orc Faction Wars, because Shaman is not doing it for you as a reviver, I do have a comp that has Shaman as a reviver. You can check some of my old videos here. on how I beat Orc Faction Wars 21. It's basically a team of two fusion champs, Iron Brago and Kreela, along with Sandlash Survivor as the core, and then a level 50 Shaman. So level 50 Shaman can get you through Orcs Faction Wars 21 if you're worried about that. And then if you're really hard up on stats, you could always just bring her up to 6-star, right? So is that worth cracking a Sacred here or getting some Ancient Shards done here? It really does depend on your comp, you know? It really does depend on your comp, right? Like I said, Iron Brago and Kreela, if you have them both, that's very strong for Orcs. So I think Shaman there with those two is good enough to bust through 21, in my opinion. Okay? Now for the best guy, the best epic they're offering up right now, Deacon Armstrong. All right, check this out. So Deke puts out Leech on the A1 and decrease defense AoE on that A2, 3-turn cooldown when booked out. But check this out, bro. This is why this guy is crazy. All right. Field turn meter 15%, and then decrease enemy turn meters by 15%. Wow. As if that isn't strong enough, check this out. It's on a 3-turn cooldown when booked out, and you get an extra turn. You know, that right there. And then ally speed all battles 19%. That's high Katoon level, right? So if you combine the utility of being able to put Leech on, and then the ability to decrease defense on an AoE basis, plus all these extra turns, wow. Very strong champ. You can put him on stun set. You can just have him on regular gear. He is really, really good. And there's a reason why there's like a clamoring for people to get him. Right? So this guy is straight up better than High Katoon. The only thing he doesn't give you, the High Katoon does give you, is decreased speed on that A1. But Leech is amazing, you know. So definitely somebody you'll think about pulling shards for, right? So I'd say the 3 epics are kind of like, so Sachi is pretty average, right? And then Yorg is, Old Hermit Yorg is very good for Orcs Faction Wars, but you get Shaman for free. And she is average, but, you know, usable, right? So you're going to have to weigh that into the equation. And then there's Deke right here, Deacon Armstrong. Damn, this guy's really good. So if you are going to pull shards, then he would be the reason why you would pull shards. All right? Like I said, let's not even talk about the legendaries, okay? I mean, your chances of getting a legendary is extremely low. So don't even worry about that. The value you're looking for with these things are 10x. In 10x is usually the epics, unless it's something crazy, like some kind of guaranteed chance mechanic or something like that. Okay. So what are we looking at here? Okay, we need to see the Summon Rush event. So the other reason why you would pull shards outside of a fusion event, outside of a 2x event, is a targeted 10x that gets you something that you really, really want into your account. Something like a Deacon Armstrong. Well, you could really, really use a Deacon Armstrong. I get it, you know. I could use a Deacon Armstrong, to be honest, but I'm done with Lydia, so there's not much motivation for me to pull for the Deke right now, honestly. So I might just leave it alone. So this is the second reason why. So for Summon Rush, okay, it's 500 a pop for Sacred Shards, but only 20 a pop for Ancient Shards. So this is where the value kind of plummets in terms of pulling shards right now, right? See, if you're gonna try for about, I don't know, 10 Ancient Shards, that's 200 points. You're getting like 100,000 silver, 50 gems. You're not even getting this 100 energy. And if you decide to pull one sacred, right? And then maybe like 40 mystery shards to get that 540, 7x XP brew, and 100 energy, you know? I mean, if you're willing to just pop that one sacred to try to go for Deacon, at least you get some energy out of it, and then a little bit of Bruce if you pour in a few more mystery shards or a couple ancient shards into it. Yeah, I can't really justify going past that, to be honest. But it's up to you, okay? So you gotta count first. Count the points that you'll need for the next fusion if you're going for the next fusion. Since it's going to be the old school fusion, I'm reckoning it's gonna cost somewhere in the 2,000 to 3,000 point range. For comparison, Ruel, the last fusion we had, he only needed 1,880 points to get the minimum, I think, 20 fragments from the two fusion events, from the two summon events, to get the fusion done. All right. The only reason I'm kind of pointing up a little bit higher is because usually with the old school fragment fusions, they ask for more points during summon events. That's just been my experience. All right. So we'll see with this one. I'll put my guide out on it on Reddit as soon as the details come out. So follow me on Reddit, WSoul13. Subscribe here. All right. Hit like. Thanks, guys.